Is your apology valid? It depends, but I'm going to give you the 7 parts that make up a full apology that you can deliver. It's up to them if they want to accept the apology, but that at least is in your control to give. If you're truly interested in making your relationship better, you need to learn from mistakes and regrettable accidents. And learning how to apologize is just the first step to realizing a mistake happened and building from it. Some clients tell me that they think they're apologizing, but it seems like their apology is not coming through. They don't know what else to say. It just seems like they want something else, but they don't know what else to give. And that may be because you're skipping a step in the apology process. I used to call it the 7 steps to a full apology, but some people started telling me like, why do I have to do the 7 steps? Well, it's not like it's actually 7 steps, because for an apology, it just depends on the situation. Sometimes it's a little bit more like, some experts call it apology language. Some people are more receptive to one of the steps than others. So it's not like it's a step-to-step process. It's more like a language that someone's going to be more receptive to an area than the other. But if you feel like a situation in particular, you don't know why your partner is not being receptive to your apology, you can go through the steps and see, did I do this? Did I do that? And also, on the other side of the coin, if you feel like you're not being able to forgive and let it go, you can go through the steps and think, oh, I'm not being able to forgive because he hasn't given me a possible solution for the future. So you can ask for it. Hey, what solutions can we come up together so that this doesn't happen again? And that way you're going to be able to forgive faster and heal and move on. Some people also told me, well, they are the ones being resentful. Why are they not okay with just saying, I'm sorry? They should be fine if I just say, I'm sorry. And that would be a wonderful world, but we all have different buttons and react differently to situations and have different needs. And if we don't learn how to speak their apology language, then problems are going to keep resurfacing, and you're going to think that you solved them, you're done with them, but then they're actually going to come up with a different look. So you actually weren't really solving the root of the issue, you were just covering up a symptom. So that's why this is so important to learn these 7 steps. It might be that they're not being resentful, but you're not providing the right patch for the wound they just had. If you learn how to apply this apology process to the right wound, you will not only be able to deal with the issue faster, but you will also have less future conflict, and you will have a healthier relationship. The way that I remember it, the 7th step is rare sass. I know, it's funny. The first R is to recognize your responsibility in the mistake without blame or shame. Just what you did. I spoke angrily, I did this, whatever it was, just recognize it. And don't try to avoid responsibility by saying, yeah, I did that, but, I was sad, but I was sick, but I was upset, because that usually invalidates whatever you said before. So no buts and sorries. A is to announce your apology. That's the 2nd step. It is important that you say, I am sorry. Again, no buts after. Some people say, I spoke angrily and I can do this next time, but it still doesn't feel like an apology because the I am sorry, I apologize, it's not there. The 3rd step is regret. Really communicate that you wish things didn't go that way. Sometimes you won't regret your action per se, because the action wasn't the problem and you would do it again, but you do regret the consequences. Now, some people tend to say, I'm sorry you feel this way, and that's not really an apology. That just expresses that you feel bad, that the other person feels bad about what you did, but that's not really an apology. I wish my actions wouldn't affect you, of course. Who doesn't want that? I'm saying you can say, I'm sorry, I wish this would have happened differently. If I knew you felt that way about me taking the car, I wouldn't have taken the car. You're not regretting taking the car, but you're regretting how the other person feels about that, and you're expressing regret about the whole situation. Regret is saying, I don't want you to feel this way. I wish I would have done something different. I wish my actions would have been this way. That feels very different than saying, oh, I'm sorry you felt that way about me taking the car. That's not really an apology. That doesn't mean that nothing's going to change. That doesn't mean that you regret the situation. 4 is for empathy and really expressing how the other person feels or what that action means. You can say, that was disrespectful, that was hurtful, that was unfair. And of course, in this one, you do have to be genuine and understanding about how the other person feels. 5. Solutions. This is where you find all the possible solutions that are respectful to each other to find a win-win. I say respectful because, one solution could be that you don't complain about it, and that's definitely not respectful. And that's not a win-win. Win-win is really trying to find what works for the other person, what the other person wants, and respecting your needs as well, and finding how you both can get what you want. I also say possible solutions because sometimes there's not just one solution, and sometimes the solution that we find doesn't really work. So we have to set up a list of different possible solutions, find the best one, the most appropriate one, and then from there, if it didn't work, then you can try on the next one. Because sometimes that's just how it is. You have to keep on trying different solutions until you find that both of you are satisfied. 6 is to ask for forgiveness directly. Would you forgive me? Do you take my apology? This is sometimes crucial because it isn't until the person says, yes, I forgive you, that they can truly let go. And sometimes some situations cannot be rushed. You cannot rush an apology. People need some time to heal and digest it until they can say, I do, I forgive you. So ask for the apology, but don't try to press for it. And the 7th step is an S for shut up. It's actually just trying to listen. Sometimes it's really hard to listen when the person that was hurt, they're just, complaining, and it's very hard, but sometimes that's just what they need, to be heard, to feel heard. In phase 3 of my effective communication coaching program, I talk about different constructive conflict management strategies, and we talk in detail about apologizing and how to grow from our mistakes. Learn how to build healthy, strong relationships. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to help. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want more videos on how to transform your relationship from good to amazing. Thank you. Please share.